Hello everyone and welcome to RcHelpDotCom. I'm Tony and today we're going to be continuing on with the 3GX series. In this video we're going to be talking about rudder setup. As you can see, I've got the gyro not mounted on the helicopter. You should still have your gyro mounted on the helicopter. I wanted to be able to show the gyro with the tail whenever we do the endpoint settings. I do not have the rudder servo hooked up yet, but we will once we set our band and once we set digital or analog. Once we're done with that, then we can do the correction direction, and then from there we'll set up our limit, our delay, and our anti-torque compensation. To get into the rudder setup menu is really easy. All you got to do, turn on your radio and then plug in your battery. Alright, once the status light either goes solid green or solid red, depending on if you're in rate or head holding mode, you're ready to go into the rudder setup menu. The way you do that is you push and hold this button until the status light starts flashing. Now, you've only got 10 seconds in each parameter to make your adjustments before this thing will go back and reinitialize itself. As you'll see here in just a second, it's going to go back, reinitialize itself, and it'll be just like you're ready to fly again. As you can see, the status light stopped blinking. Now we're just back into regular mode. So like I said, you've only got 10 seconds to do this. Now the first menu is going to be your 1520 or your 760. I know that my servo and all Align servos are going to be 1520. The digital or analog, my servo's digital. I highly suggest you run digital servos. Once we get those two parameters done, then we're going to plug in our rudder servo. So what we'll do, we'll push and hold this button here, and as you can see, I've got a green light, which means I'm on 1520. If we move the rudder stick, we can change the color of the status light, either red or green. I want it on green. Red's going to be 760. Alright, now all we got to do, push the button, and as you can see, I've got a green status light once again. Now, if I push to the right, it'll turn red for analog servo. Back to the left, and it turns green for digital servo. Now, we can plug in our rudder servo. Once we have the rudder servo plugged in, and as you can see, I actually went out of the rudder setup menu, the next setting in the menu is normal or reverse. And for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it right up here on top of the helicopter, and we're going to use this to set our correction direction. We don't need the radio for this unless we have to change our parameter. Alright, we'll go back into it. There's our 1520, digital servo, and then normal or reverse. What you want to look at is the trailing edge of the blades. Whatever direction you're moving is the direction you want that trailing edge to point to. For the Align helicopters, the sliders should be moving in the opposite direction that you're going. Alright, now that we know that our correction is in the correct direction, now we can go to the limit menu. Once we're in the limit menu, what we're going to do is we're going to use the rudder stick to set our end travels on our slider. So we'll go ahead and go in to the limit menu. Alright, we'll go left, which will make the slider go to the right, and then we'll stop right at the very end. Once the status light flashes red, we'll go back the other direction and then stop right before it binds. The status light will flash red again. Now we can go into our delay menu. Now on our delay menu, we can actually use the software on our computer to help us get a perfect zero delay. Whenever we go one way, it's going to show a green light. We go the other way, it's going to show a red light. Now for a green light, that's for anything over a 500 size. Red light is going to be for those that are 450 or smaller, basically the 250s and the 450s. And the more you move this stick, the more delay you're going to put into this thing. So you want to make sure you only move the stick as far as you want to set your delay. So let's take a look at the program on the computer as we set this up. Alright, once we're in the 3GX software, we need to hook our 3GX up to our computer. As you can see up here, we don't have it hooked up right now. So we'll go ahead and plug it in. Alright, as you can see, we've got USB up here, version 3.1. Now what we need to do is we need to click this and go over here into Settings Display. Settings Display right here is your rudder delay command. This is what we're going to use to set our delay. Now remember, the green status light is for big helicopters, the red status light is for small. So we'll go ahead, we'll go into the rudder delay setup. And now whenever I move the stick, as you can see, that delay number is going up. As you can see, there's the red light and a lot of delay. What you want to do is you want to push that stick to the side where you want the color, and then once you see it hit 0 as you're backing down, go ahead and hit that button. Once we click out of the delay, we're going to be in the anti-torque compensation menu. This is where you set it up if you have it on the top or on the bottom. If you're on the top, you want a green status light. If you're on the bottom, you want a red status light. If the label's down, you want red. If the label's up, you want green. That's all there is to it. Then hit your button one more time and it reinitializes the gyro. You're back ready to fly again. Guys, I hope this helps you guys set up your rudders on your 3GX gyros. I promise you guys the 3GXs are not as bad as everybody is making them out to be. I have this thing as stable as a 7200BX. If you have any questions, come over to the forum and post up. We are happy to help you guys out any possible chance we can get. Just post up your question and we'll jump right on it. Make sure to click on the link below, like us on Facebook. I look forward to seeing you guys on the forum. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.